Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be servicing this Renault Clio 1.5 DCI Little. So I'm following the blueprint service check sheet. So I've already checked the coolant, I checked the brake fluid, got the top of the screen wash here. I've checked the battery, that's doing good. Go check the oil now, and then we're going to crack on with changing things. And I've also walked around, so we've checked the lights, checked the seat belts. Check the seat belts, following this service blueprint check sheet here, check the tyres and things like that. We got our filters that are all blueprint, diesel, oil, air and pollen filter there, and then we got our Febby 5W30C4 high performance engine oil that will be going in. So first thing I'm going to do is replace this cabin filter whilst I'm still clean, so let's crack on with that. So then we got our pollen filter that's hiding up under here. Just yank that out. As you can see, we've got this blueprint one here now to go back in. Slide it back up into there. So you can see this one's not actually that old, but it's part of the service, so we're going to have to change it out today. You can see it is collecting dust in there, some parts, but it's probably one of the better ones I've seen. Now we're just topping up the screen wash. Now we're back into the engine bay. So you can see I've applied a bit of petroleum jelly to these battery terminals, and that will help the current flow a little bit better and stop it from corroding. You have to pop this out, which I can't do with one hand, so bear with me 2 seconds. So you literally just push these tabs in here and pull that out, and that exposes our air filter. See, there's bits of debris in there that you want to get out. As I said previously, we'll be using this blueprint air filter here. This is a OE matching quality, so you just pick it up, slot it back into the housing there, and slide that back down into place until they click. Don't like that tab being out, so I'm going to redo that. There you go now, so that's that flushed in there, that tab's back away. And there's the old dirty air filter, which is a lot dirtier than the pollen filter, which is weird. Okay, so what we've done here is we removed the wheel arch liner here. It's just a couple of trim clips and a bolt up here. Then remove the 310mm holding that on. Remove these hoses here, fuel line hoses, this connector here, and then just slide the filter out from in there. Our fuel filter here, gonna let it drain out for the bottom there with a drain plug, and then undo the 5 T30s on the top. So with the lid off, in your kit you should have this screw bit on the bottom, and then you screw that in, and I'll try to do it one-handed. You literally just push the filter up then, like that. Also, it does get a little bit more difficult without that little tool, so make sure your kit has it. And now we're going to put the blueprint filter back in. Got the new seals, new washers, new bolts, so we slot the filter in, the screw bit down. Obviously, to put it back in the same way as you got it out, we're going to put a bit of red rubber grease on the seals, just to help it seal a little bit better, stop the washers from, well, the O-rings from splitting, and make it easier to come out next time. There's a bit of a faff trying to get it off this time. I don't think it's had a fuel filter change, to be honest. There we are, that's back in, so we've got the 310mm back on, the hoses and everything reconnected. What we're going to do now is turn the ignition on, and then what that will do, will let it self-prime. So we won't have to worry about getting those air bubbles out. Hopefully it should work perfectly fine. If not, then we'll have to get a hand bulb on there. So I removed this air duct in here so we can gain access to the oil filter down there, which usually, unless you're weak, you're able to grab it and twist it off. So there's a little bit tight, but it's coming. There we are. See how it's loosening out. So running out of filters here now, all we've got left is the oil filter. We've got to top it back up with oil, and it's basically done. We'll be working my way through those the check sheet, which I'll show you at the end of the video. But we're gonna, this is I don't know who put this on. I thought we had main dealer service history, but obviously not. But this is obviously a lot better quality. What I'm going to do is put a bit of red rubber grease on the seal of this blueprint filter, and that'll allow it to seal a little bit better. It'll stop the seal from splitting, and it will make it easier to get off next time. So let's go and do that quick. Something else that's really good about these blueprint filters, it comes with, that's passing, it comes with these anti-contamination seals on them. So now I know that there's no dust or any dirt or debris inside of this filter. That's all perfect. You can see it's nice and clean in there, look. So I know that that's perfect going on now. Like I said, a very small film of red rubber grease on the seal, so we just got to screw it in now. There it is, screwed in. These only have to be hand tight, so just do it up nice and tight. If you're a little bit more on the smaller side, then maybe you want to put a cloth on it, just a little bit of extra grip, and then just twist it a little bit further, but it should be okay. With this being a Renault Nissan engine, you're going to need your square sub key just to crack it out. Right, so now I've checked technical data, and the engine takes 4.8 litres of oil. So I'm going to tip it up into the 4 litre mark, and then I'm going to use the gauge on the side to get the 0.8. And now we can just pour it in, knowing that we're putting the right amount in. Right, now we've got the engine running, and we're just checking for overflow any leaks. There's no leaks coming from the oil filter down there. No leaks coming from the fuel filter. That's all good. And there's no leaks coming from the sump. Perfect. All the filters done, the surface is done, but the difference, what separates a service from an oil change is the safety check sheet. So, well, that's just the safety check in general. Not everyone uses this sheet. So I'm just working my way through that now. You can see here I'm using the blueprint service check sheet. This is the back side of it because the customer's details is on the front. But I'm just working my way through that until we got everything. You see, we found a couple of little issues, worn out tires and ball joints and things, and then. See, I just cleaned up these brakes. I'm going to work my way around. Got the track rod ends cleaned up because the tracking's going to need doing, and I cleaned up the drop link just because that's good practice, I suppose. It's a very slight knock in that top one there, I think, but it's fine. I'll just advise it to the customer in a couple minutes time.